This is Jeff McGovern, the Pest Coach. Let's talk about the Pest R.T.U insect trap from J.F. Oaks. Now, if you've been using this trap, you'll notice that we've made some enhancements. We now have a new look for the device. It's going to blend a little bit better with the environments that we place it into, and yet it's still going to be very easy for us to find when we're doing a forced monitoring process for German cockroaches. This trap is designed to give clients peace of mind. It's a leave behind for them that tells them they're dealing with a professional in the pest control industry, someone who cares about their home, cares about their facility, and is keeping an eye on it all the time. And frankly, it's also peace of mind for the pest control technicians out there using the device, because they know their clients are protected even when they're not there. Now, that forced monitoring process I mentioned is because what we're doing is forcing the insects to show us their pattern. We will know where they are and where they are not, thanks to a pesticide-free assessment process. And frankly, the ProPest R.T.U insect trap is key to this process working properly. But let's think outside the box for a moment. Let's get the gears moving a little bit. We have a superb device here, and we already know it's very easy to use, and you can see we have instructions on the back of the device. And by the way, this is the new bottom of the device. You've already seen the new top. We have instructions in Spanish and English, and we have pictures as well. Now, in use, this is pretty simple. You simply remove the trap from the cello pack, you open it up, remove the release paper, pop the tabs together, and there you are, it's ready to place. You also have on the back of the device an area where you can record information based on your catches, and all of this information you can share with their client to give them a little bit more confidence in what you're doing, give them greater peace of mind. This is a fabulous control device, and you can see here all of the German cockroaches that we caught on a forced monitoring situation. And involved in that process, all of these insects are out of the game. They're no longer a problem for the client. They're no longer a problem for the PMP. They have been removed. And it's been done without the use of any pesticide or toxicants. Here's a very delicate situation. This is a work area, a computer work area that someone has in their home. This is very common, especially over the last year or so with everybody being at home. And you know what? A lot of companies have said, we like our employees working from home because it saves us so much money in office space. So these type of situations are going to become far more common. You have a German roach problem in an area like this. How are you going to take care of that? Now, sure, you have liquids, you have dusts, you have baits, but do you really want to use those here where you may already have infested equipment and risk insects dying inside of the equipment? I don't think that's a really good idea. Now, certainly around the cabinetry and such, you can remove the insects with a vacuum, but you can place these traps in those areas, and you can see from the catches here, these German roaches are removed. And this is from a small computer work area, and we've simply pulled the insects out. They've left the equipment because they were seeking food. The trap attracted them with the attractants built into the glue, and when they approached, they also found it to be a dark place to hide. They crawled right in. And as I said earlier, they're all out of the game. That's the situation we want. We want to get rid of the roaches for our client. But what about the big roaches? These are still a problem for a lot of people, and this trap is ideal in that situation as well. So let's take a look. We can use it in a home, a restaurant, a school, an apartment complex, a retail store, a shopping center, certainly, storage facilities. Oh my goodness. Think about what goes on in those. You might have a food purveyor using an area for forwarding DC. They've rented a small section to reload delivery trucks, and the one next to it has been rented out for years and nobody goes in there except they pay the bill occasionally. So this is a problem. These traps are ideal for those situations. You can also use them in food plants. You can use them in boats or RVs or any number of places that you want to have something to draw roaches out and capture them. Now, what if you're doing quarterly pest control service? This is very common for residential accounts throughout the country. And here's a typical residential situation. A home, a two-car garage, it's a beautiful piece of property, and these folks have a regular quarterly pest control service. Now, certainly things can be done outside involving the use of pesticides properly placed, but you know what? They don't want those pesticides inside of their home. Yet we still have to provide a good level of protection for them. So we will institute these traps. We'll make some installations of them. Let's place a few. And here you can see placed in the back end of a garage area, tucked away. Remember, this is a target. It's drawing the insects in because of the ramping, because of the black interior, and because of the attractant placed into the glue itself. It's pulling the insects to the target, and it's going to capture them, and they're not going to escape from there. And here's the results. Look at this. Large cockroach species captured that are no longer a problem for the client. And that is absolutely ideal. This is an essential tool. The ProPest R.T.U insect trap belongs on every single service truck so that all of the technicians can offer this to their clients, and ultimately what they're doing is giving them far greater peace of mind for all the services that are provided. And clients that have peace of mind with a PMP service are not going to cancel that service. And JF Oaks stands behind every one of their products to make sure both the client and the PMPs are satisfied. And so with that, this is Jeff McGovern, the Pest Coach. You folks take care, have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe in the field.